How do you expect to be married to someone for years and years and years, to 25 years to 30 years, for the rest of your life, if you can't even fix your friendships? Welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite girl, Imani Bailey, and today we're going to talk about something pretty different. It is how to make new friends. Yay! Yay! Yes! Make new friends. What is friendship? First of all, what is friendship? Friendship is literally like a relationship. Now, let me tell y'all be so quick to jump into these little relationships with people. So quick, like, oh, I need a boyfriend, oh, I need a girlfriend, like so quick. I feel like a lot of people talk about relationships all the time, like relationship, how to get him, how to get her, what to do, stuff like this. Oh my gosh, stuff happened like this. You know, we're girls, we've been through some things. You know, girl talk, you know, you could be a guy watching the channel too. We've been through some things. But something about friendships are so meaningful. Let me tell you something. It is harder to lose a friend, a good quality, like a good friend that you've been with for years, than it is losing a boyfriend. Sometimes it's harder and it hurts just as bad or even more. Like a true friendship is more like a covenant than it is a contract. Friends. Now, one thing to think about when it comes with friendships, you want to think about quality over quantity. Now, I feel like us watching this video, someone watching this video, we all feel like, oh my gosh, I know this one girl, this one guy that has a ton of friends. We all know that one person that calls everybody their friend. Like literally, oh, that's my friend, that's my friend, that's my friend, that's my friend. Like, oh, she's my friend too. Like, no. Friendship is like a circle. You have acquaintances, and then you have flat friends, then you have closer friends, and then you have those real good people. Now, one thing about friendship, I would not define, be wary about this. When you're opening your mind up and wanting to make new friends, yes, friendships evolve over time. However, just because you've known someone for 10 years versus someone for 2 years doesn't mean that the friend of 2 years doesn't mean that the friend of 10 years you can trust more than the friend of 2 years. Yes, they have more time under their belt, but don't be so quick. People do switch up. You've seen those marriages where people have been married to someone for 24 years, and then all of a sudden someone cheats on somebody, someone gets a divorce, someone walks out, and then someone just ups and leaves 1 year. Let me tell you something. Always remember, always be open to meeting new friends and to being nice to people. The most foolish thing to ever say, I hear it all the time, like when Drake would be like, no new friends. When girls be like, I don't need no new friends. I don't need nobody in my new circle. Blah, blah. What I need new friends for? Ain't no new friends over here. That is the most foolish thing to say, because as you grow and as you grow up and as you network, you should always be kind and gracious and open to making new friends. It's from Proverbs, and the Bible says a lot about friendship, and as you dig deeper, you realize like friendship is really an important part of your life, because we're all sinners. We're all, no, I don't want to say we're all horrible people, but we all make mistakes, and a true friend will be the one to tap you on your shoulder and say, hey girl, tell you about yourself. If you don't have friends, if you isolate yourself away from people and you don't open yourself up to people and you don't have friends, you can fall into a darker place in life, because we have no compass. We cannot trust our moral compass all the time. Just us, like just you. Imagine just you trusting your moral compass. Imagine that. Imagine only having a friend that is a yes man, that just says anything that you want to hear. That's not a good friend. It says, seek to become someone's true friend. A man of many companions may come to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. I'm gonna say that again. Seek to become someone's friend. A man of many companions may come to ruin, but there is a friend that sticks closer than a brother. Proverbs 18:24. Now, yeah, people have brothers and sisters. I'm the only child. So me being the only child, I'm gonna take friendships way differently than people who have umpteen million brothers and sisters, which is true. People say blood is thicker than water. I don't really believe that, because there are people who are adopted and that's not their blood, but that's their family. So, okay. Making new friends is a blessing, and the first step to making new friends, I feel like, is to know the value of friendship. If you don't know the value of friendship, how are you gonna make new friends? How are you gonna be a good friend? You're not. You don't know what friendship is. So the first step to making friends is to read and to dive deep in the value of friendship. You might not be religious, but I still want you to dig deep and to just think about how your relationships with other people can help form your life. The second thing to making a new friend is to open yourself up. You have to be willing to open yourself up. Now, I'm not saying go on the town and spread your business, child. But I am saying when you go out, be nice, be gracious to people. My number one thing, let me tell you, I have made friends like the most weirdest way. And it's not even intentional. It's not even intentional. It's crazy. Be open. Go out and do things. Now, it is harder to make friends as an adult than it is in like high school or in college. In college, it's very easy. It's easier to make friends, depending on the type of person you are. But once you get out into the adult world, it's a little harder because you run into those people, like I said before, you run into those people who are closed off. Like, I already got my college friends, I already got friends from high school. Well, I don't need new friends. As an adult, you run into people like that. So to be open is to put yourself out there. Go do things. Hang out with coworkers you haven't hung out with. Talk to coworkers, mingle with people. If your job is having something, go to that. If they're having an ice cream social, go to the ice cream social. Join Facebook groups. Literally, there's so many outlets to where you can get out and to meet people. That is the second thing. You ain't gonna get a friend sitting at home in your bed, child. I mean, you could, but put yourself out there. The third thing I say, so once you put yourself out there, once you understand the value of true friendship, is to give it some time, okay? You want to hang out with that person. You want to feel that person out, y'all. If you met somebody that you vibe with, it's literally almost like a boyfriend and girlfriend thing. When you think about it, meeting a friend is literally almost like boyfriend and girlfriend. Once you put yourself out there, you find interest. Now, all your friends are not going to be alike. That's totally okay. Y'all can be totally different but still have something in common. Always remember that when you are looking for meaningful friendships, you want to get to know the person on a deeper level, the girl or guy on a deeper level. What interests them? What makes them scared? What are their goals in life? Where are they headed? Where have they been? What is their family like? What do they like to do for fun? What have they not tried that they want to try? Stuff like that. What movies do they like to watch? When you start to learn about a person, what they believe in. What they believe in is very, very, very important. Let me tell you. We all have that one person that we've befriended before who didn't believe in anything. Now, I'm not coming for anyone who's atheist. I'm not trying to. But if you really want a meaningful friend, their values, just like a friendship is a relationship, their values should ultimately kind of line up with your values. Okay? Now, if I don't value scamming people, drug dealing, and stuff like you get what I'm saying? Their values should ultimately line up with your values. That's the difference between a friend and an acquaintance. Now, of course, I know people and talk to people and converse with people, you know, on that more shallow of a level. But when you start to get to know someone and their values match up with yours, that is what makes the relationship, a friendship, grow stronger and the bond becomes stronger. Now, the corresponding Bible verse with what I just said, literally, these Bible verses about friendship taught me a lot. It says, do not make friends with a hot-tempered man. Do not associate with one easily angered, or you may learn his ways and get yourself ensnared. Now, some people read the Bible in such a literal sense, and some people, of course, think about it. Just dive deeper. I'm not saying, of course, people are easily angered, but it literally just lines up what I said. Please make sure you're aligning yourself. We all heard the same term, like birds of a feather flock together. Please make sure you're aligning yourself with people with where you want to go. If you're aligning yourself with evil people, that's going to rub off on you. Their energy is going to rub off on you. And not only that, now, I'm not saying anyone is not perfect or whatever, but when you befriend people who don't have to share the same types of values and don't believe in kind of the same stuff that you believe in, it starts to rub off on you. If you befriend and get really close to somebody who has no goals and no outlook in life, it will start to rub off on you. It is like dead weight. It is like split ends. So the fourth step is once you get to know that person and you want to continue down the line of that friendship, always make sure things match up, okay? One thing that might sound kind of like duh, forget, is the fifth step is to be yourself. Always be yourself, because someone who cannot accept you for you should not be your friend. You should not have to fake the funk with certain people to hang out with certain people. A friend just is a relationship, like I said, will accept you for your personality, for who you are, for your flaws. A good friend is the one to do a tap tap to tell you about yourself. And the last thing before I close this video out, when you learn to value friends, when you learn the value of friendship, find a friend, be open, be yourself. Make sure those values align. The last thing, kind of the first thing, well, kind of a continuous thing in building and getting more friends, is to always check yourself. You know the saying, check yourself before you wreck yourself? Yo, let me tell you something. That saying, never forget it. Always check yourself before you wreck yourself. I feel like it's easy to get caught up on, oh, I want to make new friends, I want to make new friends, I want to make new friends, I want to make new friends. But look within yourself. Are you being a good friend? We can't always play the victim. No one is ever perfect. However, check yourself before you wreck yourself. You need to have some type of self-awareness to check yourself, look at yourself and say, ooh, child, I done messed up. I need to be a better friend. I need to apologize to my friend. Oh, child, I need to reach out to my friend. Because at the end of the day, having a friendship, having a best friend or 2 best friends versus 10 acquaintances, those relationships are very valuable. They're so willing to accept a man to cheat on them, to disrespect them, to wild out in the streets. I mean, treat them like dogs. And as soon as one girlfriend makes them upset, they cut their girl off and be like, oh, she's canceled. I don't care. She's so canceled. I don't need her as a friend. But you out here with this man that's like, what? You doing the most for a man. Doing the most for a man. But you can't mend and fix your friendships? Come on now. Literally. How do you expect to be married to somebody? My last words of wisdom. How do you expect to be married to someone for years and years and years, to 25 years to 30 years, for the rest of your life, if you can't even fix your friendships? If you're canceling friends all the time, how do you think that your relationship with your husband or wife is going to work out? So with that being said, I hope this video was very helpful. I hope you guys go out, open yourselves up, and just become great friends, meet great people, network, and you never know where a friendship might take you. And always remember, check yourself before you wreck yourself. And stay true to yourselves.